Ooh. Hey everybody, welcome back. If you guys have noticed, we did some changes to the channel. We rebranded. Handheld Hoarder is now That's Gaming Unplugged. Hope that the changes don't make it difficult for you guys, but yeah. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be going over quite a long setup here. We got quite a bit of handhelds here. We got multiple chipsets. So we're running, we got the 8 Gen 2. We brought out the Konkr Fit with the 8 Elite, the G3 Gen 3, and the Snapdragon 865, which we try to get most things to run on this one because if it's playable on this little guy, it's probably playable across everything else. So not too much to worry about when it comes there. The games that we got going right now, this time I didn't have like a huge wheelhouse like I did of games like last time. But this one we have Persona 5 Royale and a pretty big upcoming early access game, Dead as Disco, which is really, really cool. And we're going to be going over those right now. We can start with a recap from the last live stream. So last live stream, we went over Persona 3 on the 8 Gen or the Snapdragon 865 here. And we were talking about how we got stuck in Tartarus. And crazy enough, after some tinkering after that live stream, came up with some fixes. And we can go over those fixes and get your guys' Persona 3 running on your Snapdragon 865. So we're going to go into here and we're going to go into our edit container. We're going to go over some of the changes that happen. And I will upload the config files. I've been using EmuReady's website to load my configurations. Let me know if that is working for you guys or if it's not working for you guys. It's difficult to get verification. So I don't know if you guys have access to the configuration files or not via EmuReady. I don't know if they have to verify them first, if you guys can see them without them being verified, but I know for sure Slay the Spire has been verified. They did send me that message. So if they sent you that message, if they send the message, I guess that means that you're doing good. I guess. But here we go. We're going to go over these changes. So we switched from the graphic driver. We were running Wrapper V2. Now we are running Wrapper, just the regular Wrapper here. I did switch over to Mr. Purple's T28 drivers. This one is not inside of GameNative right now, but you can go to his GitHub. You can download it. It will be inside a zip file. Go into your settings inside of GameNative and go into the driver manager, and you can just basically load this driver into your setup so that you can run it. You could probably still use the auto tuner and probably still get some decent gameplay, but I found that this gave me just a small boost, and I actually enjoyed the small boost. Here, we really didn't make a lot of changes other than I think we changed from 2601 update to 2603. Here we aren't really have any other differences here. We are running performance intermediate. Controller, nothing's changed. We're running 4 gigabytes of VRAM. It does help with getting assets to load and getting past those very big cinematic cutscenes. Ugh, those things are awful. They usually are the reason why the device decides to just give up. And we're going to go over here into environments. This is where the major changes came in. We're going to come down here to the TU debug. And inside of the debug, you're going to want to run systemin. which means that it's using system memory. Sync draw is basically stating that the CPU and GPU will wait for each other to move into like I assume I'm probably not using the right terminology here, but uh it will allow it to they'll wait for each other to move into like the next element drawing and things like that. And then we're using no reels. Truthfully I forgot what this one does, but it does work. um and then over here we are running CPU 3 just to kind of help with the lossless scaling that's happening in the background. And then we're running our big CPUs here, CPUs 4 through 7. All right, so we're going to show this off really fast before we jump into those other ones. You guys can kind of see how this goes and how it's playing, and get this going for you guys. So let's see. I think we got sound off. We can turn it up just a little. So in terms of load times, they're a little slow. Not much I can do about that. Basically just CPU trying to run everything. Get past these load screens here. All right, here we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to load right into Tartarus, where we are having issues in the last stream, just so that you guys can see that we got past those uh, freezes that we were having. It was right after, I believe, the first battle. The characters would go into dialogue and they're all standing around next to each other, and the 865 just seizes up. It can't move, nothing. Basically, you just got to close it out. But we'll go over there and show you guys that right now. Hold on. Load game. And as you can see, we got to save past Tartarus now. But we're going to go up here and load back into Tartarus. And we're just going to wait for the load. There we go. All right, and we're going to move up here. We're going to head into Tartarus. Yeah, I'm ready. We're going to fast forward through all of this, save some time. All right, and then we're going to just head on out. Now, with our last settings, we were able to run through here and we were able to initiate the battle. It's what happens right after the battle that was giving us problems. Yeah, okay. We're just going to summon our persona here. And I've noticed with the changes we've been getting a little better FPS inside of battles. There is some slowdowns when like new assets load. So like we're gonna see a slowdown right here. Yeah, see. But it doesn't last very long, so that's the plus side. All right, and then this is where we would usually crash right here. It would just freeze up right here. We'd lose the GPU at this point, and we wouldn't be able to progress any further. But as you can see, we now are getting past it. Now the funny thing is sync draw is supposed to pull more, make your GPU run harder. So you're supposed to have like lower FPS, but we're actually doing pretty good because we're running frame gen at 2 times. So I mean, we're not severely impacted, which is a plus. But we're gonna just we'll move on in just a couple more minutes inside of here, and you guys can see that we actually progressed mostly through all of Tartarus. I actually think I can get out of Tartarus here in a couple of minutes. Yeah, you can do it. But it's great that you can run Persona games on such a I guess I wouldn't say a lower end, maybe like a mid tier processor, kind of like the Snapdragon 865. It really opens up the number of devices that the community can use to play their Steam games, and that's just great, right? It's just basically what we're all here trying to do. We're trying to get more handhelds to work so that everyone out there that can get, the maybe they're contemplating trying to get the next new shiny handheld, but they're okay with the device they have right now. Well, here you guys go. You guys can play quite a bit of games. And we're gonna keep going through Tartarus here. We collect our first box. All right, and we're gonna head down this way. Let's see. Actually, I think I'll just leave that box because I don't want to wait through the cutscene. But it does work. You can't collect the box. We're gonna sneak up on this guy. Move into our next battle. I think the all-out attack is gonna be coming up. It's another spot where I've seen like it has to load up to get that part to work. You guys might see a small slowdown when we get to that part. Oh, hey, you gotta use the D-pad. Here we go. So we're gonna go for the all-out attack. And there we go. There's the weight. Nice, right? I mean, it is what it is with the Snapdragon 865 that there are going to be some tiny hiccups. I think or I hope that most people will be okay with it. At least that they would be able to get to play the full game. There's going to be, I guess, some things that we're going to have to just accept, especially being able to play heavy titles like this. But maybe with newer updates and things, it will become easier to run with less hiccups. Oh, no, we got caught. I did that part wrong. I was actually supposed to sneak up on him, but it's okay. And this is where we hear that we have the power to switch personas. So we're going to end up doing that so that we can pick the enemy's weakness. Get another all-out attack going. And our menus all work, so that's also a plus. New persona, so we see a little bit of maybe a load time. Yeah, maybe it's just like little loads. I mean, we're already pushing the 865. We're at 7 gigs of RAM, so I'm pretty sure we're at full capacity at this point. We've used everything that the Retro Pocket 5 has because its maximum memory is 8 gigabytes. Its maximum physical memory is 8 gigabytes, so it doesn't have much more to offer than what it's using right now. As you can see, we did another all-out attack. And we didn't have any issues there because we already had it loaded in. We're going to choose the skill, Holy Arrow. Oh, okay. All right, we're going to fast forward here. And now I think our goal is to get out of Tartarus. So we have completed the first run to Tartarus. I want to say, I might be wrong, but I think it was this way. Now the box requires a fragment. This one, sadly, I can't fast forward. Yeah, I think if we just go this way, we can get out. You think I would know with all the testing I've done. But I have forgotten. Yep, there it is. Okay. And then we're just gonna move up here and we are out of Tartarus. So there you go. I haven't really tested past Tartarus. Um I definitely have to put in more gameplay to see if there are any more issues moving on forward. But as far as you can see, you know, the main city area does run with these settings. And now Tartarus also does run. Don't know what the upper floors will look like, but I'll keep on trying it out, see what happens. I could definitely give you guys updates as they come in. And there we go. We're all done. We're going to load back into, yep, the main lobby of Tartarus. And that's it. So we're going to back out here. And we're going to go into some games that you guys have been waiting for this stream. Uh, the Retro Pocket 5, I could not get Dead as Disco working. I tried many configurations, I tried many changes. So at the beginning of the game, it has this benchmark setup that it runs a benchmark to see what settings that you should be running for Dead as Disco. And right there, the Retroid Pocket just freezes up. It can't get past that. I don't know if it's trying to just push the VRAM or if it's pushing the physical memory or what it is, but it hi Skulls. It has some issue trying to get to the benchmark and it just stops there. No matter what I do, it just never gets past there. So I will not be showcasing Dead as Disco on the Retro Pocket 5. I guess the Snapdragon 865 and the 8 gigs of RAM is just too much of a bottleneck for the game. It is in early access, so maybe they optimize and then I could maybe get it running. But we do have Persona 5 Royale running on the RP5, and we're going to show that off. Let's see. Yeah, so that's okay. We were doing testing on the phone over there. So we're going to just load up Persona 5 here. Let's see if I have the cloth. We'll clean the screen. All right, let's do it. So again, with like just like Persona 3, right? Persona 5's got some decent load times. So it's you don't panic. If you see a black screen, just wait it out. It's definitely gonna kick up. And we're still waiting for load. Here we go. Past load. It's gonna ask us if we want to go online. What do you say no? I don't think it, like in Persona 3, I don't think it costs us any performance to say yes. But either way, I still just don't go online. At least on these devices. If I was on my PC, I'd probably have no issues going online. And we're gonna load right here into the menu. Another black screen. Just wait it out. There we go. So we got that going right. The cinematic cutscenes, I've noticed this. There's some like, I guess you would call it screen tearing. You kind of seen it there too. There's some screen tearing there, and I haven't came up with a solution for that one yet. But if I do, I'll keep you guys updated on that one also. The screen tearing is not awful. You can still see everything. You can still see the cinematic gameplay going on and everything. But it might affect some people. Again, there's gonna be some things that we have to accept with a Snapdragon 865, right? It's not like almighty, all powerful. We are capped at our 8 gigs of RAM also. So we're gonna have to accept a few things. They're not like game breaking things going on, right? But we will go here. We can start a new game. You guys can kind of see it rolling. I'll do a few minutes of the opening gameplay so you guys can see some of those cinematic like scenes going, and you guys can kind of see those screen tearings going on. I don't think I was, maybe I am, but I can check. Okay, so we are running frame gen. It could be the frame gen causing the screen tearing actually. Oh, Zithro. Hey, Zithro. Thanks for showing up. We're just showing off some Persona 5 right now on the RP5. I mean, obviously, our main goal is to get all of this running on lower end devices. So we're going to be loading up here. Again, like I said, black screens. There is going to be a common thing waiting for those load times. We are at max performance and we're squeezing out as much as we can um, to get yeah, Alabaster Dawn. I've been working on it. The game does run. It's just those controller issues, man. I'm gonna have to figure out a way around the controller issues. I've been trying not to tinker with like INI files because I want this stuff to be, you know, easy for everyone to just be able to go in, do like some setting changes, and then just be able to play the game. And I think INI file adjustment just kind of gets a little more advanced, or maybe out of a lot of people's wheelhouse. But I'm pretty sure that's probably what it's gonna need. I did see that they got an update. I did try using my controller with the update. No go. I don't know. I'll have to try to figure out something. I do know it works with mouse mode if you want to play in a mouse mode, or configure all the keys or all the controls to keyboard settings. That also does work. Not that anyone wants to do that, right? But we do have this here. Let's see. I don't know if you guys were watching, but yeah, we got a little screen tear going on. You can kind of see it. That actually isn't screen tear. That's actually frame gen issues. So I'm pretty sure that's frame gen doing that. So that's our lossless scaling, making those videos weird like that. But without frame gen, we definitely would not be hitting 30 FPS. So it's a difficult trade-off, right? I will let you know that the audio isn't all stuttery like the video is. So even if you're okay with watching the video kind of shaky like that with the frame genning, you will still get the great audio. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. There's some like areas. I think it's more like 3D cutscenes, like cinematic cutscenes, where you like you'll get like these small screen tears here and there. I mean they're not like horrible. Like it's just like, oh man, it's so bad I can't even see the game. But they are there. Might annoy some people. Might. Um, and then we're gonna get into our first fight here. And actually, I think we could skip this because we've kind of seen the cutscenes now, how they kind of operate. In terms of actual gameplay or anything, I haven't really seen anything that's like breaking. No, right now only YouTube. I know I should probably connect my Twitch. But I got home late today, so it was not in the wheelhouse for today to get it all set up. But probably next time. So we got a critical there. Nice. Let's pull out the persona. And actually the crazy part is I don't know what it is. Maybe because Persona 3 came after Persona 5 as a remake. But Persona 3's fights are far more demanding than Persona 5's. Persona 5's fights run smooth. No loading issues between like all of the graphics and all the elements, all of that it's working perfectly fine. Like you don't have to wait for anything. Where we saw in Persona 3, there's like this small load time to get like the persona to come out and use its skill or anything. Persona 5, I guess, just far more optimized. Just handles it way easier. But I've been seeing a lot of persona issues happening or kind of all over GameNative. So and Persona is one of my favorite series. So definitely wanted to help out in that area and get these games running for everyone. So let's just move up. We're gonna go through the door here. Playing through a camera is a little more difficult. Not only that, I got like this weird claw hold because I'm like holding the device up to the camera, making it a little easier for everyone to see. So you guys are probably like, hey, you know what? Controls don't look that smooth. It's definitely not the problem. Problem is definitely me. We're gonna password through here. We're gonna sneak around, wait for this guy to leave. I think I pressed B here. Yeah. B, B, B. Okay, we're gonna keep moving. Say, let's get out of here. PS Vita has Persona 4 Golden. Persona 3 is on the PSP. Persona 3 and it's also on the PS2. Depending on what kind of extra content you want, I think the PS2 version has more content. I think they cut it out in the PSP. Or maybe it's the other way around. It's been a while since I played them on those devices. We can get into another fight here. I think she wipes everything, so we're just gonna attack. And this is the all-out attack. Earlier, we were seeing that Persona 3 loads a little slower in the all-out attacks. Persona 5 doesn't have that problem. Now, I don't know if it's going to let me get into my menu here, but we'll try. Yeah, okay. So now we can just return to the title and can array of seeing that the game runs really well in those fights. Michael Benny, thank you for showing up, homie. I do appreciate it. I guess I can show off the config. Inside the config, there really isn't a lot of options when it comes to graphic settings. So we're running 100% rendering. I mean, we could actually drop this down and probably get a lot more frame rate, but I also like my games to look good as well as play. So that would vary on you. That would be at your guys' discretion if you guys want to lower rendering and get more FPS and it maybe look a little more blurry. We lowered our shadow quality to low. We're locking at 30 frames. Anti-aliasing SMAA, depth of field is low, but those are really the only options you get. So there's not like a huge difference in there. In display, we're running 960 by 540, and I'll show you guys the setup when actually this right here could probably be why we're getting tearing or the frame gen issue in our cinematics. So let's try doing borderless with VSync off. It tends to help the lossless scaling. So we'll give that a shot. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to load up into the main map or city, as you will. So you guys can just see gameplay inside of the city. Yeah, yeah, completely agree right there. Yeah, exactly what he says to throw. Persona is one of those games where you don't need like huge reaction time because it's an RPG, so it works here. I'm sure there's some games where lossless scaling just completely thrashes that. Um, but here it does work, and it's Persona, so I want to see all the cool cinematics and how pretty it is with all the personas and everything. So I really wanted to push at least some game clarity. I didn't want to like completely potato the game. Cool controllers. You know what that is, Jedi. That's the Fly Digi Apex 5. This is the Evangelion edition. This is actually my favorite controller right now. I play a ton of NTE with it. So this is actually really, really, really great controller. I have tons of fun with that one. You can always turn it off. Yeah, yeah, and I think, like I was saying, I think lossless scaling actually works pretty bad with VSync because it doesn't directly line up with VSync, and I think that could be causing the issues that we're having. So hopefully we fixed it there, and we can see if we get into a cutscene if we see a better. So we're gonna kind of just fast forward this stuff. We're gonna go out. We gotta close the shop, so we're gonna go close the sign right now. Oh, dude, I love that controller. My favorite controller for Neverness to Everness. Yeah, it's the one I've been using all the time. All right, so we're gonna head up and we're gonna go to sleep so that I can show you guys city gameplay, which is gonna happen right after we go to sleep. And truthfully, I would have really liked to get Dead as Disco working on the Snapdragon 865, but it just doesn't want to go for me. At least right now, it is early access. I'm really hoping that it gets maybe a little more optimized, and maybe that helps me get past the benchmarking. But benchmarking has been a real pain. Ah, yeah, right. I think what you were trying to say is that I have dainty hands. I agree with this. I usually have smaller hands than most guys, so like when they're like, "Oh man, this handheld is way too small for me," I'm like, "Oh, it actually fits really good for me." And then there's those all it's also on the flip side where they're like, man, this handheld is perfect. And I was like, it's way too big. I can't even touch the triggers. So yeah, I know exactly the every handheld is different, but they are definitely not designed for universal hands. We're gonna fast forward here. Try to speed up a little time here because we've been chilling on this Persona 5 for a little bit. All right, here we go. We are in if I remember right, this game takes place in Shingen, and we're going to Shibuya. The Odin 2 Mini was perfect for me. I actually own it still, and it's probably one of my favorite handhelds in my collection. I just adore the Odin 2 Mini. I know a lot of people didn't. I know the screen issues and whatnot, but I actually enjoy it a lot. Opposite direction. Okay, we gotta go to We're gonna go this way. All right, we're heading to the subway station. I think we need to get on this rail line. Yeah, yeah, okay. And then I think we're switching to the Ginjin line, which is funny because like a lot of this just brings back a lot of flashbacks of me being in Japan. Train stations are just like this. They're so crazy. There's tons of people, and like you gotta read all the signs to know where you're going. There's just and they're all just like this. So we gotta go to the we gotta transfer, and I think our transfer location is up here. Uh, okay, so we're going to the Ginza line. Ginza line is this one. It's on terminal 7 and 8. So let's find 7 and 8. Let's see, what terminal is this? This is it. Okay. We found 7 and 8 terminal. Mm, let's see. We're gonna just keep running around. Okay, yeah, so I went the wrong way. I should definitely read signs. The great news is that they're all in English too. And that's true in actual Japan. They're all in English. Shibuya Central Station. What do we got here? There's the JL. Shibuya Central Station. JL. I think we're going to Shibuya, so I think we need to go to Shibuya. No? Okay. I was wrong. I'd keep it if the screen didn't mess with my eye. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that had the screen issues, right? With what is it? The oh man, it has a specific term and I can never remember the term. I know, I was trying to turn around. I'm sorry. We're just trying to turn around, please. I'm trying to read the signs here through the camera. So we have the JL line over here. Actually, here's gate 8. I think gate 8 is the one that we needed. I think so. Yeah, okay. We're going the right way. Um, let's see. That's going to square. Okay, here it is. Ginsen line. Okay, it's blocked. Do. Okay, it won't let me go that way. Oh, because that's JL line. Okay, let's go this way then. We'll go upstairs. Probably have to loop around on the terminal. That's it. Yeah, yeah, you got it. Um, I'm still trying to find my line. Let's see, that's the JL line over there. Um, does it just want me to cross? It might just want me to cross. Let's go. We're gonna cross right here. And is this? This is it. This is it. Okay. Here's our line. All right. You guys aren't even helping me get my navigation here. Let's see. I don't think that's the right line. Maybe it is. It is the right line. Yay. I actually think we could just stop right here at the terminal here because you guys get the idea. It runs really good, even with all of the NPCs inside of the background. We're probably in more of the hectic part of the game in terms of the number of NPCs, the number of elements and assets that are loading, trains going by, blah blah blah. So those run really, really good. We haven't had any crashes or anything, so I'm gonna call this one a win. It's definitely a win on the 865. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go exit. Now, like I said, sadly, no Dead as Disco here on the 865. Maybe I get it running later. Who knows? Or you can move on to 8 Gen 2, which is a pretty popular device, right? Thor, mainly, right? Everyone has a Thor. Or in your case, the Thor, I think it's an Odin 2 Portal, right? So that is also running the same chipset. So let's mix it up a little. Let's start with Dead as Disco. So let's go. You know what? I don't even think I showed the settings for Persona 5. Even though I'll have them loaded up, I'll still show them here because, if someone's just watching the video, you guys can just get the settings here. So we're going to run we're in the wrong one, right? We're in Persona 3. Let's go to Persona 5. So Persona 5 settings are a little different. We're running Proton 9. I couldn't get 10 or 11 running on the 865. Our screen resolution, as we saw in game, we're running 960 by 540, which just still looks really good, especially with the FSR upscaling and the sharpness. I love sharpness, so I use a lot of it. We're using regular wrapper here, and we're using the turn up auto tuner. Now, the turn up auto tuner isn't downloadable inside of the GameNative, so you'll have to go to the GitHub and grab that one and then install it into your GameNative. We're running VKD 3D. We're running 2.4.1 G Play Sync, 2.6 for our VKD 3D version, 212 on feature level. Running 0 gigs of RAM here is ideal. I normally don't do this. I normally cap it at 4 for more skins, but Persona is just so demanding on these handhelds for RAM. It eventually hits a cap and just crashes. I find that 0 gives us far less crashes, so highly recommend there. Emulation, we're running FX Core 2601. Box version is 3.6 and intermediate in performance. We're gonna move over to wine because controllers are just default. And actually, this could be why we were running a little slow. We're only running 2 gigs of VRAM, but normally I have this to 4. I don't know why it doesn't stick, but sometimes it doesn't stick, and that's a little annoying. You definitely could run 4 gigs of VRAM here, especially if you're running more than 8 gigs of RAM. The rule of thumb for GameNative is half of your physical RAM. So if you're running 8 gigs, 4 gigs, running 12, then you can do 6, and then 16 you can do 8. And I don't know if you get any more performance after 8, so I would probably just run 8, even if you're at like 24 gigs. Here we're running TU debugs. These are important, keeps the game running. We're running deck emulation, so telling the game, hey, I'm a Steam Deck, which we really aren't. But it helps with getting everything to work properly. We're running off of system memory, so allocating into that area. And then sync draw, which we saw in Persona 3. And like I said in Persona 3, what this little guy does is it keeps the CPU and GPU in tandem. So the CPU can't get ahead of the GPU and vice versa. GPU can't get ahead of CPU, so they both wait for each other to load into the next element or asset. And that helps to make sure that, our GPU doesn't crash. And then in advanced, we're running CPUs 4 through 7. So trying to just get maximum power. You could run 3 if you wanted to, but this is one of your little cores, so it doesn't run as fast as these other 4 guys. But yeah, there we go. That's the settings. Actually, I'll discard the settings because that was just the RAM change or the VRAM change. And then we'll head over to 8gen, which is where we wanted to be. That is this go. I think we will try this one because we've seen a lot of Persona. So we're gonna go into here first. Edit container. We'll get this out of the way. So we're running Wine, Proton 10, ARM 64. We're running at 720 because again, like I said earlier, want that prettiness. Really like when my games kind of look pretty, right? Here we are running regular wrapper, turn up 26R8. I seem to have less or the least amount of issues here. So I'm not a driver I usually use, but it helps with a lot of like graphic tearing. 2.4.1 for our DX version. We're maxing out our memory at 4 gigs of RAM. Just this basically just tells the game, hey, my device has only 4 gigs of physical RAM, so don't go above that. Here we're running 2603 for our effects version and 3.6 box version. Really been kind of using this one quite a bit. It seems to have a very good compatibility, so we're gonna just keep up with that. Running compatibility intermediate as our settings here. We're gonna go into wine. Again, see they don't stick. Here we're running 12 gigs of RAM on the RP6, so let's just see for fun. We're gonna go 6 gigs of VRAM. And then we're going to go into our environmentals. And here we're going to be running non-conform. I think I tried running deck emulation here and it was giving me some funkiness. Cores 4 through 7 using our big cores. One thing I should say is in graphics, coming down right here, loss of scaling off. Some weird thing. Every time I turn on loss of scaling in this game, it causes the game to the actual graphics to like start shaking. Like it's really weird and mind-boggling. Really, it hurts my head even looking at it. So definitely would recommend leaving this off. I haven't found anything. I've tried lots of settings. I haven't found anything that fixes the game from like shaking. Like it like all of the assets and elements are shaking. The character shakes, like all kinds of stuff shakes. It's pretty crazy. So definitely would recommend that until maybe this game gets a little more optimized because it is an early access. We're just gonna go over here and make sure that our VRAM's stuck. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna launch into Dead as Disco. And it's gonna load components again because I made some setting changes. Clean screen. Yay. And I think I'm set up for Xbox, so you're probably gonna see me push some different buttons here. I actually been testing this game a lot, and I even played it on PC because it's actually really fun. And I'm not a huge fan of like rhythm fighters, but I'm so used to the Xbox output for my controller that when I don't use it, I found myself getting beat a lot because I was always pushing the wrong buttons. So that was a little fun thing happening. But we're going to go here, and I kind of gotta stand straight for this one because this one requires a little more. It requires a little more timing, reflexes, responsing. So we're gonna do all of that. So here we go. We're gonna load in. Load. We're loading our ass or our. Yeah. Thank you, Chichi. Yes. Um. If you just showed up, GG, we just showed off the Persona 5 on the Snapdragon 865, but we will be showing it on the 8 Gen 2 also. All right, so little black loading. Don't think you need to freak out here unless my settings really angered it, but it shouldn't have. So let's see what happens. From our readings up here, it looks like we actually did die because we're only getting one frame. Yeah. So we did something bad there. Let's go take a look. Maybe it could be a wrapper. The funny thing is, okay, so I just learned this recently, and I don't know if most people know, but I will give you a little insight. Found out that wrapper is actually the newest graphic driver, and wrapper V2 is not. Why they call it V2? No idea. Has already been the developer has already came out and said, yeah, wrapper V2 is legacy and wrapper is the newest form. So kind of funny, right? But I found that wrapper V2 tends to run more games. I don't know, maybe because it's legacy. Uh but yeah, who knows? Let's do keep local. Well, we're definitely gonna load in here. We're gonna switch to wrapper V2. I was pretty sure I had this one running. There we go. Yeah. So see, wrapper V2. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know what the code looks on in the back end of both of these graphic drivers. I think it is open source, so you could probably go take a look at it. I really don't want to. So wrapper V2 has been working for me, but wrapper is the newer form of all the drivers. Kind of funny. I know. I don't think we have to worry about this. I guess I do have a little music going, but we can turn it down. We're turning up. Let's turn down. Okay. Yeah, we can say no, leave it on. Rapper V2. Yeah. Your stage name? Nice. Yeah, see that's the funny thing, Cicero, is they're continuously updating the regular wrapper, but wrapper V2 has been long uh done and they don't updated it. So it went to legacy. So here we go. Turn it down for what? Just so that YouTube doesn't get angry for any music. I think that they have some songs in here that are licensed, so YouTube could hear them. The worst that happens, I think, is that they just mute all the audio, or maybe just mute the music. I don't know how they do it, but they do something. All right, we're back. As you can see, we're getting decent frames. We're not using lots of scaling here. As I said, it makes some weird things happen. Don't even know how to explain it. And it actually looks like it lowered our VRAM again because we're not getting stable frames. Okay, dodge. Yeah, I don't think they let you actually beat this guy up. Okay, we're done there. Yeah, this is our fever rush. Oh, perform a takedown. No input lag. We're not running lossless scaling here. And you know what? Even with lossless scaling, I noticed that there was hardly any input lag. Um, though in terms of playing, I kind of suck because I'm looking through a camera right now. But from what I was doing the testing, I had no issues getting through the game, hitting timing pretty good. Though I am really bad at games that require timing or rhythm. I guess I should say I have no rhythm whatsoever. Like I'm just bad. So he says that we can fight everyone, and this one would probably be Gigi's favorite if he actually could hear the music. This is a Korean pop idol, made from AI, and she believes herself to be a god now. So we'll go fight her because this is the one I've been fighting the most. So I kind of understand her combat already, and that might help me try to fight her through a camera, which probably won't, but we'll try. All right, here we go. And I'll have to look to see if our VRAM did stick. Oh, I wasn't prepared for that. Cause it feels like we're running a little slower than normal. We're switching. This one I might lose that because the dolls with the lasers usually get me. Yeah. Yeah. Dolls with lasers, told you. They usually always get me, even when I'm playing on the PC. I never pay attention. I actually should probably not pick that one because that thingy's coming. I don't know. She's got some pulse thing that surrounds her. And you get too close, you take damage. We're running at what? I think we're sitting at about 26 frames. It looks like where we're pretty stable at. I mean, we do pick up here and there, but it looks like we idle around 26 frames. Okay, I think I dodged one laser there. Okay. It is running a little slow. Let's go into the settings here really quick. For some my settings, like you've seen in previous games, I'm trying to aim for the screen to actually look good. Um, so we have optimize for handheld off. Yeah, I think it looks better. But if we turn it on, our frame rate would definitely pick up. It makes the game look eh, but it is an option. Our presets are set to low, global illumination none, shadows on. The game does look better with shadows. Shadow quality low, view distance near, textures low, effects low, reflections low, post processing low. We're running at 50% 3D resolution. So we we have anti-aliasing. Actually, you could probably turn on anti-aliasing. Like it takes, you probably would take a very very small hit for that. So I think we could set that to these settings don't work on handheld. So like frame generation won't work, anti-lag won't work. Even though we are emulating a Steam Deck, it just it won't give us those options. We could probably bump up textures also. Yeah, we can go and we can turn on handheld mode. So we'll turn on handheld mode, and then here we go. So running smoother now. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Yep. Oh no, I survived. Nope, I'm dead. I'm just really bad at dodging those. Really, really bad. Let's go and see if we did indeed save our VRAM in there. Settings. Yep. Wine. Yeah. So see, I thought it felt pretty bad. Our VRAM. Some reason it doesn't stick in GameNative. I don't know why. Kind of funny, but it doesn't. I think when you crash or you force close, it drops it down by default so that it it won't cap you, or maybe so that you don't get stuck in the game. Oh, performance mode? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're running at max capacity here. Is the throw. The Retroids and AYNs only have 3 modes, so we're running the best we can. And now let's go take a look at it. Um, Menu, obviously we're getting 60 frames. That's not surprising. We just gotta go over here and exit so that we can see the big screen thingy and we can choose our opponent. So we are running better now. We're definitely getting better frame rate. We got more VRAM. Yeah, yeah, for sure. We got better VRAM now. We kind of tweaked our settings a little bit. We're gonna get straight to fighting. Here we go. Yeah, running much better now. Definitely can feel it. Oh yeah, yeah, much better. These guys I don't even mess with. I figure that we're gonna be teleporting here soon, so I usually just run away from the guy with the shields because I'm just like I don't want to deal with it. There we go. I do have it coming up on the Conquer Fit. Got it running on 2 Conquer Fits. So yeah, definitely playable. I mean, obviously we're running lower end chips here, so the Conquer Fit should have zero issues. Or I guess I should say the Conquer Pocket Fit because regular Fit is a Windows version. But as you guys can see, runs great. I got zapped again, per usual. We're gonna switch it up so we can get through our to our other handhelds. But that was Dead as Disco, fun game. Recommend, really fun. Made by a small indie studio, I think. So kudos on them. The music is phenomenal. Graphics are beautiful. Gameplay is really fun, and I don't even like rhythm games. So we're gonna move on to Persona 5 on the 8 Gen 2. We're gonna go and check out the settings here really quick. So here we're gonna be running Proton 10, and we're running at 720p. We got that little more power, so we can push it a little bit more, make it look better. Rapper V2. Here we're using Mr. Purple's T28 drivers because actually they run really good on Persona 5. The DXVK version we're running 2.7.11. So yeah. Zero max memory. Like I said, some reason this just makes Persona games perform better. Kind of funny, but it does. So I did lock that or unlock that. FX Core 2604. We're running the latest box version at 4.2. We're running intermediate and extreme, trying to get just more frames out. Basically, just telling everything to just let loose. There's no safeties in place. Controller, we don't have to worry about. Here, we're running 6 gigs of RAM. No other option in there. Let's go into environmentals. And the only one in environmentals you really have to worry about for most games is your TU debug. So we're running DecEmu and no conform. Most people don't change these settings, and that's why a lot of config files just break because they don't change these settings. Highly recommend messing with those settings. You don't have to use all of them. DecEmu, no conform, sync draw. I know there's a ton of them in there, but it all varies on games, and I know it's getting super technical. So, but you definitely can try turning some on. You got system mem in there and gmem. Those determine how your memory works, your RAM, and then we're running cores 4 through 7. So let's go play. And what we could do is just wipe out the screen because it's awful. Whilst it's loading, at least. Installing mono. But yeah, we're gonna install mono. I don't know if it's gonna install other components. We'll see right now. Okay, I don't think it did. Okay. Well, I thought there for a second that it gave up, and I was gonna say, wow, I don't remember the RP6 having problems. But yeah, here we go. Long load times, load screens for Persona 5, kind of long. I mean, compared to a PC, of course they will be, but man, are they long. There we go. Okay, we got past this one. It's gonna ask us if we want to connect to a network. As what I usually say, I say no. It's really up to you guys. I haven't seen any performance difference between choosing yes and no, but on handheld, normally I probably will be on Wi-Fi, so I say no. It's just pretty pretty natural for me now because I've done it so many times. But if I remember right, what it does inside of the game, I think is it lets you see what other people chose as options. Uh, maybe does something else. I think people can leave comments or something. I'm not sure. It's been a while. I remember using it on Persona 4 Golden on the PS Vita. All right, so right here we're gonna go in here and we're gonna check some stuff really fast. We're running upscaling, FSR. It shouldn't be full sharpness. I don't know why it's there, but like 3 is fine. I think Persona needs some of that smoothness and blurriness to make the game look really good. Like it just pops that way. So I probably wouldn't go max sharpness on this one, but that, you know, to each their own. You can pick. Other than that, we don't got anything else going. FS limiter, I always leave off because I don't know, it doesn't work with games. And then let's hit play here. We're gonna go and check out the config settings. So I'll show you guys those next. Going to graphics, I'm pretty sure I have them set it the exact same way. Yeah, rendering skill 100%, shadow quality low. We're locking at 30 frames. You could probably go higher here. I don't know about 60, but 30 lock is probably the way to go. Anti-aliasing, SMAA, depth of field low. So basically all the same settings that we had on the Snapdragon 865. And what I could do is I can show you guys, we could go straight to the train station, or we could go and show the opening. I mean, I don't really know how to go about showing this off. Looking at time, I think we got plenty of time, so we can show off both. We just have to make it quick. We're just gonna fast forward through all the dialogue, which cuts off a lot of time. Here you got the choice between English and Japanese. They're both great. English actors were fantastic, so were the Japanese, but we're just gonna go English for here. Contract has been sealed. If I remember right, this is the guy from the Velvet Room. For some reason, I want to say his name is Mosquito, but I might be wrong. I never remember his name. But he does look like a mosquito, so gonna go with Mosquito. Here we go. We're not using any loss of scaling here. So no frame gen. So as you can see, we're getting beautiful cinematics. We're not getting all of that jitterness that we see in the frame gen. So that is a plus for having the better chip. We don't have to rely on lossless scaling to get a decent play FPS, right? So that does help the game look a lot smoother. But yeah, as you can see, Joker jumping around. ISO just bounced up there for a second. Okay. And then we're gonna skip a lot of this because it does eat up a lot of time. I don't want you guys just to be sitting there chilling. But yeah, we'll fast forward, and as you can see, we got plenty of capabilities to fast forward through everything. Not that I think it's very demanding in any way. I think it's very preloaded, so the the handheld itself really probably doesn't care. And they want to capture me. We're gonna head this way. And then here, as we saw in the other one, we're gonna get in our first fight, so we're gonna see that. And just like we saw in the Snapdragon 865 on the RP5, game wise in like combat and stuff, there's like no loading issues. You're not sitting there waiting for an element or something to load. It just works. Persona 5 is probably far more optimized because it's been out longer than the Persona 3 remake, but I don't know what makes the Persona 3 remake more demanding, really. I probably should just hit him with my Persona, really. This fight probably would have already been over. That's okay. All right. And then we're gonna fast forward here. We're gonna get out of here. Oh man. As you guys can see, horrible playing games. Okay, here we go. Fast forward. Let's get out of here. Persona a little harder to see. Persona 5 because it's a lot darker. Go through this door. Now we gotta do the sneaky sneaky. Oh yeah, man. The being able to push it further because we got a better chip does make the game look a whole lot better. For the RP5, we don't have that luxury. I was the word I was trying to look for. The luxury because we're very limited with CPU and RAM. Maybe if it had a little more RAM, like 10 gigs of RAM, man, it probably would have helped. But I don't know if there's any 865 devices that have more than 8 gigs of RAM. I think they all have 8 gigs of RAM. It definitely would help being able to push the VRAM a little higher. So we're gonna head out here. Fast forward. Well, as you guys see, I mean, we're hitting pretty stable frame rate. The 30 frames is pretty solid. I mean, we dropped down like maybe a frame or two. And here's our second battle. And in this battle, she just wrecks everything, so we're not gonna even try it. I think we get in like 2 attacks, and then she's just like, you know what? I got this. Hold my rapier. We get the all-out attack. Again, we saw no issues here on the 865, so it's gonna run flawless here too. And I think this is where we stopped off on the RP 5. So we'll just do the same here also. We're gonna just go in here and we're gonna just return to the title. And then we can show off city gameplay where we're gonna see a whole lot more NPCs, a lot more assets and elements, and all of that should be more CPU and GPU intensive. So we can actually just see performance in that area. So we're just gonna load, wait for loads. There we go. There we go. Loading up. All right, here we go. So we are gonna go downstairs because we get a phone call. As you guys can tell, I've seen this scene like I don't know, 40 times. So we're gonna come over here. We're gonna answer the payphone. We're gonna fast forward through this. Do 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 do. Okay, got it. We'll close up. So we're gonna close up now. But man, it's just amazing to be able to play almost the whole entire Persona library on a handheld. Fantastic. I say almost because we're still waiting for Persona 4's remake. Persona 4 Golden is set for a remake. It's actually on Steam. You can wishlist it. But there is no announcement date, so cannot tell you when that game's coming. All right, and then we're gonna go to sleep so that we can go to the train station tomorrow. And we'll fast forward through this stuff too. And then, oh yeah, I got Pikachu up there. Fast forward. Yep, we thought we erased it. Keep loading. All right, moving in next day. All right, let's do this. We're gonna come down here. This is our caretaker here. I really haven't listened to the story, so I don't know what kind of relational tie they have. I don't know if it's his uncle, mom's friend. I'm not sure. But I usually fast forward through most of the story just so that I could get some testing done. So definitely have to come back around and actually play the game and listen to the story. So we're just gonna fast forward here. We learned from the RP5 where the train station is, so we're gonna head over there. And as you can see, oh man, load times much lower than the RP5. Let's get in the train. This is a funny thing. Um, we traveled on a lot of trains when we were in Japan, but I never seen one like super packed. Only one time did it happen, but we didn't take like the common community train or communion trains. I might be saying that wrong. The normal trains that people take to get from their jobs to back to their homes. So we hardly ever seen like a fully packed train like you see on like YouTube and everything where like they're trying to stuff people in and everything. Let's see. I think it was this way, right, guys? I no, okay, I was wrong. Was it over here? Yes, this one, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we have to go to terminal 1 and 8, one through 8. Normally you can read it down here. Let's see. This probably would have been easier last time. Okay, yeah, so it's this way. And then those are all just for the blind. There we go. It just helps the blind know where they are, kind of guides them through everything. Okay, we're gonna go this way. And then we go directly across. This is actually going much faster than RP5 because now we know where we are actually going. I think we're lost a lot longer on the RP5. Yeah, that is it. No, let me in train. I think we missed it. Oh no, no, okay, that was in our train. Okay, there we go. And we'll fast forward. Man, can you believe that that commute just to go to school? It's like holy smokes. And crazy enough, there's just tons of them that actually already do this. It's thinking. All right, we must be loading something big. Yeah, okay. It was just a cinematic video. So we got that app back. We don't know why. Um. Oh yeah, I think her name is Anne. Yep. And she's like, "Hello." I guess I don't know. She looks more American, maybe. Maybe that's why he's shocked. I don't know. Or maybe it's because she's pretty. Who knows? Um, but it is very interesting. Oh man, this is giving me some Initial D vibes. If anyone's watched Initial D, they probably know what I'm talking about. He just got Takumi'd. I'm pretty sure. That was just like straight up Takumi right there. Perfect teacher. Okay, so yeah, that's cool. As we can see, we're running fantastic on the RP6, running 8 Gen 2, zero issues. King of the Castle. Oh yeah, I think that's the only one you have, right? Oh whoa, I missed that part. What happened there? Did he fart on me? Oh shit, a whole bunch of days are going by. Uh-oh. Okay. I think we'll end there because I mean I don't want to show a whole bunch of the game and spoil people. So there we go. That was the RP6 running Dead as Disco and Persona 5. If you would like to see a specific gameplay, you can just leave it in the comments. I did get a comment on last video. Someone wanted to see Dark Souls 3 and Stray. So I think I'll be having that coming up as a small portion and maybe the next live stream. I think we're going to switch to a little more power. This is the Ayaeno Konkr Pocket Fit running Snapdragon Elite with 24 gigs of RAM. So nothing stops this. It's just that really the only thing that stops this guy is if the drivers are not compatible. Because it has far less great working drivers. I would say, I don't know, maybe there's like 10 that are like really, really good. Beyond that, there's not like a whole bunch. Maybe we should just turn up the brightness just a little. Yeah, okay. So here we go. We're gonna let's do some Dead as Disco, right? So let's go into here. We'll go into settings. We're gonna show off the container. So here we're running Proton 11 because it can. Really the wine version should improve efficiency and make the games better. I won't say that's always the case, but it should be the case. There are some chips that won't run it, or there might be some compatibility issues with the game that it just doesn't play nice with. But it is helpful. Here we're running 1080p because again we can, because we're running that 8 Elite. In terms of heat, it does get a lot hotter than other handhelds, so there's that trade-off. Um, I don't know if anyone's really concerned about that or not, truthfully. And then we're running the Raptor V2 here, Mr. Purple's T28 driver, 2.7.1, basically running everything the same. Max device memory is set to 0, going to emulation. 2604 here, 4.2 for our Box 64 version. Intermediate and performance. I mean, these really don't matter except for like the flags that are triggered in the background for Box 64 and FX Core, and kind of how these two will play with in terms of the game. They might have different environments set, so it doesn't make a big difference. It can, just depending on the game. Here we're running 8 gigs of VRAM because again, we can. We have 24 gigs of VRAM or 24 gigs of physical RAM here. So technically we could bump up to like 12, which is the max setting. Uh, does it change performance from 8 to 12? I don't think so. I think 8 is kind of the cap for GameNative. I don't think it can really use any more assets or more assets, any more VRAM than that. I don't think. it is capable. Maybe if the game was like way more intense, possibly, but I don't even know. Running DeckEmu here, non-conform. Uh, we probably don't have to run this because this was trying to get screen shake to go away. And I think the reason why we got screen shake is because of, okay, yeah. Yeah, if we turn that off, we should be fine. Okay, let's load up. And here I think I'm running all the cores, all the CPU cores, 0 through 7, because there's not a huge gap in terms of performance when it comes to the 8 Elite's little big core setup. I think it's like some are running at 3800 and some are running at 4200. So I mean, it's not a huge difference, but they are all really fast. So not a big issue there. And then let's go into our settings. Video. We're running full screen at 1080p. Since we don't have lossless scaling on, we're not running borderless or window. VSync is off. Optimizing handheld is off. We have no global illumination, just the help. Shadows are on. We still left shadows at low because we really don't care about shadows. Just kind of more of their like ambience in the game, I guess. View distance set to medium. Textures were all the way up to epic. Effects are at medium. Reflection is low. Post processing low. Running 50% 3D resolution. It kind of just sets it there when it gets through the benchmark. I really haven't messed with it. Maybe you could go higher. Anti-aliasing set to high. None of these settings you can mess with, so no point. We're capping at 30 frames on all of it, just because I want stable frame rate. And then beyond that, there's really nothing else. And we can go in here and we can hit continue. We can it's hard to see like the differences, I guess, between this and the RP6 because it's a dark game, but it definitely does look a whole lot better. I was actually streaming it to my computer yesterday, I think, and it looked fantastic. And the only one I know how to fight is Aurora because it's the one that I've been testing every single time I change settings. So, sorry guys, we're gonna go fight Aurora. It's like I just know her combat pattern better, so it is really just the safe bet. Yep, we do all the talking. She says, "How do you want to charm a god?" We say, "You're full of yourself." And like I said, you definitely could turn on handheld mode. Do you need it? Probably not. It definitely would probably help keeping a more stable frame rate. See, or I guess we're kind of just bouncing around a little up there. Oh, actually, I don't even know what mode we're running in. I think we might be running game mode. Just so that the fans aren't screaming at me. Let's go take a look. We have FSR scaling up. Um, let's go into Ayaeno side. So yeah, we're running game mode. If you want a quiet experience on an Ayaeno, you definitely want to be in game mode because it keeps the fans quieter. Um, Max mode isn't horrible, but definitely not a mode that you can play. Um, it's definitely not. Max mode is definitely not something that you could just lay in bed and play this game with because if you have a significant other, they're probably gonna get angry. Just real experience right there. But we'll bump up to max mode for this. And actually, okay, there it is. I was like, this is a first for me. It's not loading anything. Did we just leave the area? We just left the area. Wow, how did I do that? That was cool. Completely dodged a whole fighting area. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. But don't ask me how I did it. I don't know if it was just going into GameNative settings that made it lose focus. Not sure. Oh yeah, it is bad. I don't know if I dodged it. I can't see my health because I have my performance tab up there. Oh, I just got shot. Oh, there's that. So yeah, let's actually drag this guy down here. That'd probably help in this game. It would have helped if I got past that part because it would have saved right there. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, if you're talking about fan performance, I mean, I hate to say it, I have the Odin 3 also, which is running the 8 Elite, and the Odin is much louder. Much louder. It really is not even like close. I wish I could say it was close because the AYN's device is actually pretty good, but it doesn't even come close in noise reduction. We're just getting beat up over here. We're gonna try to go get this heart before we switch places. All right, we're out of there. All right, and I'm sure this one loaded correctly this time. Yep. So I just got shot. I think since I'm looking through a camera, I'm kind of behind on everything. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to play it like. Uh, I'm over here saying all of this. Like, I guess I'll have to play it like a few milliseconds faster. But yeah, that didn't help, right? But yeah, Disco, Dead as Disco, awesome game. Highly recommend it. You guys throw it on the wish list. Really fun. Of course, it's gonna run on the 8 Elite. Like I said, the only thing that would actually have problems is driver compatibility. But as you can see, we weren't having any issues with driver compute compatibility. Oh, on the AYN Odin 3, maybe the 8 Elite just runs hot. Just it doesn't matter what device it's in. Maybe other than tablets, maybe it runs better on tablets. But in terms of handhelds, the only two devices that have the 8 Elite is the Ayaeno Konkr Pocket Fit and the Odin 3, and both of them run really hot. We're moving on to Persona 3. Man, dude, I mean this isn't even competition, right? So we're running Proton 10. We're running 1080p. It's gotta look beautiful, right? 2604, 4.2 compatibility and performance. Running 8 gigs of VRAM here. Environmentals. Decemu. It's the only environmental. So actually, what wrapper were we running here? B2, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. I did try running the regular wrapper after I found out that that was the one that's been getting the most updates, but I haven't got it to run very many games. It's kind of funny, actually. I don't know what they're doing updating the wrapper, but it is not bringing up compatibility. And then here we're gonna have the load time to be jumping into the game, and here we go. It's kind of funny that the 80 Elite has about the same load time as all the other devices. You're not gonna really see any difference there at all. So still waiting. Load time. There we go. gonna ask us the magic question. Do you want to go to online network? No. And here we go. And then obviously I mean, this game has no problem. We can go straight to the train station, show it off for a couple of minutes. I mean, we don't have to go deep into the 80 Elite unless someone's like really having a hard time. But I mean, the 80 Elite is easier to diagnose than most other devices. It's usually either a TU debug issue or it's a driver issue. I mean, beyond that, the 8 Elite is pretty versatile in what it can do. And it's just going to get better and better, right? Everyone's just going to keep on bringing out better drivers, better compatibility. So the 8 Elite is definitely a new entry into the gaming handheld world. But it's just incredible on what it can do. All right, we're going to move. We got to go down. We got to answer the phone. Yep. We're going downstairs. All right, we're going to. Oh, my start button's over here. That's one thing. The start and select buttons move on every handheld. So some are at the top, some are at the bottom, some are left, some are right. Gotta remember them all. I think this actually takes me back home, so that would have been a bad button to push. So we said we're closed. We're going back in. We're gonna go back to sleep. That would be interesting. A portal with 8 Elite, but I think that's exactly where they kind of just sat the Odin, right? Now, what would be funny is if they did a mini with the 8 Elite. I would probably be shocked because it's a really small handheld. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. See? That's our that actually changed our performance. So let's I mean, you could probably go gaming here. It's not going to be crazy demanding. And our start button's over here. Yay. Okay, we're moving on to the next day. And we're going to do the crazy train station part again. I think at this point we know exactly how to get to our train now. So that's a plus. Let's start here. Curry. I always like to make the guy feel good. I say, that was delicious. He's like, thanks. I'm like, yep, okay, bye. I thought I would say, I guess I'm not a huge curry person, but I've eaten a lot of Japanese curry and I think I've lost um the taste for it. I guess it's the right word. I don't like to eat it anymore. I know there's tons of variations, but it's just I just can't get over it now. Feel like it's like when you eat like a specific food over and over again, you just kind of just don't want to eat it no more. All right, let's see. We gotta go up, and then we go right, right again, and then we go right again. We're just kind of following these bubbles down in here on the ground. Oh, that's a down escalator. Up escalator. Go. Oh, hey Mike. Yeah, Persona 5, man. We're just showing off Dead as Disco. running on the 8 Elite, the 8 Gen 2. Couldn't get it running on the 865 though. I think it was just a little too much for the 865. But like I've probably said a few times in this stream already, it is an early access game, so maybe we'll get some optimizations. We gotta go this way. So we go this way. Yep, it was this way. Left. We made it. Oh, we get in there. Nope. I think we have to wait for the next train. Okay, so I think that's actually written into the game that we have to wait for the second train. We're going to fast forward that. Yeah, I'll probably have to pick up another one of these bee ducks, which is kind of funny, but these guys are they're kind of finicky. We're gonna go to the academy. I know you know all about it, Mike. Just all the problems I've been having. I'm for sure a few of them here in the Handheld United from the Handheld United Discord also know. So I'm always posting over there. If you guys want, you guys can always join us over there at the Handheld United Discord. Come and say hi. We're always playing games in there. At least I am. I'm always playing games, having fun. We got Gamer Generation over there, Too Loud. Uh, Digital Jedi. There's tons, man, tons. Clef from Game Talks Tech. Like there's a bunch of guys out there. We're gonna skip this. This guy comes in and he's like, says vulgar boy. And actually, I think I'll probably end it right here on the 8 Elite because you guys seen it. It's not gonna have any problems. It just it runs great, and like I said, I don't want to get too deep into like the story and everything, because you know some people would probably still want to play the game and don't want to, you know, get spoiled. That's the Conquer Pocket Fit 8 Elite. Runs both games perfectly fine. Like zero issues, right? There's no problems. And then our last handheld that we worked on with today. I know we only had 2 games on this stream, but I did go across multiple handhelds instead, bringing in multiple different types of CPUs. I'm not sure if having more CPUs on Showcase is better or having more games is better. Maybe you guys can let me know. But I definitely did focus more on just 2 games for multiple handhelds than having more games in the libraries that we're running. So this is my normal daily driver. So you guys are gonna see a lot of games in here. I do love cozy games. So Cast and Chill, Coral Island, Dave the Diver, Easy Delivery, Dredge. You know, Keep Driving. I guess Sulfur really isn't cozy. Karate Survivor, hilarious game. So the Inertial Drift, if you're an Initial D fan like I am, it's a really fun game. But we'll kind of just jump into this one. Um, let's go here. Go into settings. Proton ARM. We're using Proton 10. ARM 64. 720 screen. In graphics, we're running V2. I mean, basically the same thing we've been seeing, right? Mr. Purple T26, 2.7, right? Zero memory lock. We probably should turn off frame gen because this game really hates it. 2604, 4.2. We're running intermediate performance here. Wine, we're running 6 gigs of RAM because we're running 16 gigs of RAM here Truthfully, I mean, we could bump this up to 8 for just funsies, really. And then down here, we're running DeckEmu. Cores, I mean, we can turn off CPU 3 because we're not running lots of scaling anymore. Really, I usually leave 3 on to kind of just help with background processes. Getting that lossless scaling, giving it a little more CPU. And we're running CPUs 4 through 7 here. So let's go. Download and play the 1000 X This game is crazy. I'll definitely run it and check it out. So let's clean the screen. This screen protector on here is pretty bad. It shows fingerprints like crazy. Like, I mean, just fingerprints everywhere. And I'm really bad at applying them, as you guys can see bubbles. All right, let's do it. Let's go to our settings here really quick. Let's take a look at our video settings. We don't need to run window anymore because we took off lots of scaling. It just causes way too many issues. Full screen. Truthfully, we could probably do 1080p. I haven't really tried. Optimize for handheld off. Global illumination none. Shadows are on. Low quality. View distance. I mean, near probably. I mean, I don't understand this unless some of the other fights have much larger maps. But I mean, the enemies are pretty close to you, so near, I guess. Let's go high textures, low effects, low reflections, low post processing, anti-aliasing high. Again, these 3 settings do nothing. Can't do anything about it. We're at 30 FPS locked. So yeah, let's go have some fun. So here we go. First thing we should do is we probably could go into here, FPS limiter. So we're using FSR. Probably go like 4. Hold on, let's take a look here. Um, I don't know why, but I actually like the 5. I don't know why. I like sharpness. It's kind of weird. But here we go. We might have to. Okay, we're in game mode, so that's good. Let's get some gameplay going in here. Um, Gosh, do I go fight Aurora again, or should I just try something else? Like, it's just I've never fought the other guys, so I have no idea what their patterns look like. I know this is gotta be pretty bland. We're going back to Aurora. I guess I should stay with Aurora so you guys don't see too much of the game. If you guys decide to pick it up and try it yourselves, at least you guys have only seen the Aurora fight, so all the other ones are just brand new for you guys. Yep, they do a lot of talking. We go into the fights. Oh, I don't even know how I missed seeing that guy. Okay, let's dodge. I don't want it. Thanks. I don't want it. Thanks. Okay, there we go. I don't think you guys have even seen me get past, I think, this area and the next area, right? It's bad. I'm trying to get used to having watching it through a camera. and I gotta be a little ahead of myself. Oh no! Oh, we just took 2 hits for no reason. That was all on my fault. I was reading a comment. Yeah, GameNative is fantastic. Oh, I just got killed. Oh yeah, look at Safe State Podcast. Welcome for joining. If you guys haven't seen them, you can go check them out on YouTube. It's literally the way that it just is in the chat. It's Safe State Podcast. They get a lot of guests on there. Man, I think they've had everyone in the community on by now. I'm gonna try to make you guys proud. I'm gonna try to get further. Can't guarantee it though. But definitely we'll try. Right? Yeah. Yep. Oh, I got dodged those. Did I get hit? I think I got hit. Yep, I did. I got hit. I really need to stop these dolls with the lasers. They always get me. No, I don't want you. I want to stop dolls. I'm taking hits because I just want to knock out the dolls. I actually think I get some iframes if I'm in the oh no. Okay, I think I dodged those. I dodged that one too. Okay, we're doing good. Like I was saying before, I think I actually get iframes if I'm in the like finisher. So I'm praying that finishers. Oh man, I just got hit there. I was hoping finishers would keep me alive. I might make it through here. I might not. I'm literally like one laser away from dying. One of these robots just got hit me with a laser and I'm hosed. I got punched. I guess because I wasn't close enough for it to trigger the Y attack. Oh man, I don't even know. I don't even know what happened there. Gosh. So yeah, I basically made it to the exact same spot. That's how good I am. But like as you guys see, actually, you know what we could do is if you guys want to see, we'll turn on handheld mode. You guys can kind of see the changes here. So I mean, the developers of the game are really awesome. They put in a handheld mode. Maybe a lot of other games should put this in. Optimizes for handheld mode. So really cool. So we'll turn it on. Really, in terms of like visual elements, it doesn't change them much. I do see like maybe it gets a little more like graininess. The edges aren't as sharp either. So that could be a negative for some people. And actually let's bump up the max. All right, let's do this. Let's try to get over to the guy falling. I'm really close to that. I don't even know what to call it. She's got some weird thing coming towards me. Causes some decent damage. Yeah, definitely should. Handhelds are definitely coming out a long way. It's actually really, really, really cool. Uh, Ever since GameNative started showing up, it really ignited that flame back in me to get things running on my handheld, and it's just been a blast. Really, I've been having fun just tinkering with GameNative, getting games to run, being able to play them wherever I want to be. I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm on a road trip or if I'm just chilling at home on the couch or if I'm in bed. I literally can just play them anywhere. I think I got hit by that laser. Really trying not to. Lasers are bad. Okay. I think this is the first time I've been in the next area with two hearts. Well, we're gonna give it a go. And really, you actually do more damage if you're on, like right there, you see that I gain like extra damage. If you're on point with the song, like if you're actually doing all of like your combos and punches and kicks and everything, like during, uh, if you do it during like specific rhythm points, you actually do more damage and get more points. But yeah, that Dead on Disco, running on everything but the Snapdragon 865. Uh, Really, really fun. Let's go here. Now, earlier I saw in here that I do not have Persona 5 installed on here. I thought I did. So that's my bad. But it, I mean, we're already at 2 hours. We can show off a little Inertia D. If you guys like racing games, here's a fun one. It's actually a twin stick racer. So one controls the car going left and right, and then your right stick actually controls your drift angle. So pretty cool. Um, it's a great game if you just like small little racing games. Let's see. I just watched the trailer. And streamer safe traps. Really? Wow. Okay, that is awesome. I wonder why they have that option in there then. It's actually kind of funny. Let's do. I'm just trying to think of a car that I still am very familiar with that I could race and show this off. Uh, I think I remember her car. We'll give this a shot. Here we go. So this game, right, plays a little different. You're using both sticks to race. So we got our left, and then our right stick actually controls our drift. Now, the funny thing is, every car in the game actually plays different. So some cars are easier to drift with the right stick, and then some cars you actually have to use both sticks. This is actually a lot harder to do. at this speed through a camera. So yeah, bear with me. Um, some cars you have to, let go of the gas. Some cars you have to brake. Every single one of them has a different play style. So kind of interesting. But it's a really fun game. Anime style kind of racer. I really like the anime style type racers. There used to be this online game that I used to play. Oh man, long time ago. Like right way back when I was like maybe I'm dating myself now. Back in when I was like in my early 20s, it was called Drift City, and really got me into the kind of like anime style. I guess you could say like maybe like cartoon designed racing games, and this is definitely one of them. It's just a fun little game to have. Funny story though is I can't play racing games whilst I'm on a road trip or when I'm in a car. I don't know why, but my brain doesn't like both of them going at the same time. So I can't be racing and be in a vehicle and feel both of them like moving, I guess, or see this car moving and then feel the car I'm inside moving. It actually really messes with me. So I do not play racing games when I'm on road trips and stuff, which is it's kind of funny. But that's why I got those other games in here like Coral Island, Dave Diver. I'm sure a lot of you guys know. Easy Delivery Company, small little game, really fun. Dredge, fantastic. Don't know if you guys have tried it out yet. Really fun, little fun fishing game with a pretty good eerie story. So that one's fun. Keep Driving is good. Gets repetitive over time because there's only 3 cars you can drive. So I don't know what to say about that one. Cast and Chill is one that I showed off in the first stream that I did. Very fun game. I think I have it installed on all of my systems. But that's it. That was all 4 for you guys. I know I didn't show off Persona 5 on the Pocket Conquer Fit, but I guess I forgot to install it whilst I was working on the other ones. So my bad on that part. Other than that, you guys can leave comments on what you guys would like to see running on. Actually, I got a lot of handhelds with all different chipsets. So maybe if you just tell me what chipset you're running and what you would like to see, I definitely could add it into the list of upcoming games. But thanks for showing up, everybody. I really appreciate it. And it's been fun. I love doing this for all of you guys and getting these games to run on a variety of handhelds, and really you guys can just choose your flavor. So thanks for showing up. And this is, that's gaming unplugged, right? Take it easy, guys.